Printing your photos can be intimidating, but the Canon Selphy makes it simple, easy, and has a pretty fair price. I always love getting my prints back from the photo lab, but between the prices and having to go over to New York City to get my prints, I decided to stop. But the Selphy allowed me to bring that feeling to home, and now I can print as much as I want, but within reason. In this video, I'll explain why the Canon Selphy is perfect for creatives, and we'll see if it's a great fit for you too. But first you have to ask yourself, why are you buying a printer? Is it for storing memories, printing out smaller prints to test before the big one? Is it for scrapbooking? If you said yes to any of this, then we're already on a good start. But typically the first question that I ask myself is, so what's the price? And the lowest that I've seen online is $150, but the average seems to really be $180. And once you realize that you can only print 10 pages straight out of the box, it's gonna raise up just a little bit more. So speaking of printing and the amount of pages, this is a printer that only prints one page size, which is 4x6. And we'll talk about that later. But the pages are paired with the ink when you are buying your paper. So for example, you could have 108 pages to print. And with this ink, because it's sublimation, you only have 108 pages worth of ink. So no extra drops. What you get is what you have, which is really clean. And it saves you from having to buy more ink in certain areas versus others. But it's still a very interesting model to go with. But getting back to the price, if you chose to get 108 plus the ink, that would set you back another $40. So if we go over the average price of the 180 plus the 40, we're now at $220. How do you feel about the price? For me personally, I think for the product that I get out of it and how I use it, it's really fair and great. But if you think this price point could be used somewhere else a little bit better, a certain combination between the printer and paper situation that could be better if you say bumped up the budget just a little bit more, let me know, let everybody know down in the comments. But pricing isn't the only thing that determines quality for me personally. A lot of the times, especially for technology, the speed and how much time I save is a big part. And while we're on speed, I will say it's not this printer's friend. To print out one page, it takes about 30 seconds, but I believe this is more because of the connection of your device to the printer itself, and then on top of that it has 4 passes. So because of its CMYK, it starts off with yellow, adds on other colors, and then it also adds gloss if you ask it to, which I always do. So it takes about 30 seconds for each photo. And after that 30-second wait, are these prints to die for? I wouldn't say that exactly. But now you might be asking yourself, well, what am I buying the printer for? What makes this printer special to me, even with its limitations, is the fact that it gives you a good quality image to workshop. If you're using these images to scrapbook, to use as thumbnails, to give to friends, hang around the house, then I think that this is perfect. It's approachable 4x6 size, is fun for whatever use case you might use it for, but it's also great because what would you rather do? Waste $20 or waste 37 cents for a test print that you're going to use for whatever situation? I see the Canon Selphy as a piece of your workflow. Think of it more as a thumbnail to your final project. This is something that's going to assist you on your journey to that big win or that big gratification. No, you're not going to use this for a museum. No, you're not going to use this to display your portfolio, but I think that it's very strong in the way that it might assist you in finding the items that would go into your portfolio or be held in a big, beautiful museum. How I personally like to use this printer is for my photo albums. I like to print out the successful photos that I have from my photo walks, my trips, and anything like that, and put them into a diptych layout so that I can see how 2 pictures speak to each other. And I think that overall this has changed how I looked at photography. Every moment that I'm out there, I feel as though I'm looking for a story or a connecting piece, allowing 2 photos to sit next to each other at all times. And hopefully, if I'm lucky enough, this could all turn into some type of photo book. But it's more about, once again, that workflow that allowed me to even think in this way. Whereas before I was just taking random snaps, and now everything seems to have some form of cohesion that lives together, whether it's color, its size, and composition. And honestly, after a long day of walking around, taking pictures of things, not knowing what I'm going to get back out of it, it's really, really rewarding to come home and print out something small to make me feel like my efforts weren't wasted. Oh, and they also offer a battery attachment just in case you want to stay on the go. The limitations of this product honestly is what makes it special. It's one paper print size. You have to buy the paper and the ink together. It has unbelievably simplistic controls, but I can't say that I have a real gripe with what this product is. It gives me exactly what I need, a physical representation of my work. Let me know if the Canon Selphy feels worth it to you. And if you already have one, let me know how you use it in your workflow. And if you enjoyed any of the photos in this video, here's a few more videos that show my photography and the journeys that I go on. Thank you for watching, y'all. I'm out.